Pimps Beauty Babes. So right now I'm going to be doing a girl talk video for you guys about the worst thing ever. I know I'm so over dramatic, but I feel like this is such an important topic to talk about. So what I'm going to be talking about in this girl talk is heartbreak and finding yourself after a heartbreak. Now, this is going to be an interesting girl talk, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give this video a fat thumbs up. Comment what you guys think of this girl talk, and if you guys do want to see more girl talk videos, comment more video ideas for girl talks, because I enjoy doing these so much and giving you guys my advice and my perspective off of certain topics. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get this started. There's probably a billion teenagers, adults, elderly going through heartbreak right now, whether you're a woman or you're a man. And you know, I asked my Instagram story supporters on my YouTube that are following me, I asked them to give me some video ideas, and this was a big topic that a lot of girls requested. So I was like, why not? I never talked about this on my channel, so I was like, perfect. So heartbreak. Heartbreak is the most questionable feeling that you could ever go through. Personally, I never went through an extreme heartbreak because I was 13, 14 years old, and that really didn't matter to me at that age. And I know that sounds wrong and it makes me sound like a bitch, but honestly, when you're young, between the ages of 12, 13, 14, and 15, I feel like those relationships won't matter in the future because you guys are still in the stages of figuring out your own lives, figuring out what love is really like. And nobody's gonna really know what love is until they meet that person that commits to them to spend the rest of their life with you. So when you're between those ages, it's all puppy love. And I hate to keep it honest with you guys, but honestly, when I was young, I knew it was just puppy love, and I knew it was just a relationship just for my happiness and that other person's happiness. Do I count those people making me happy? No, because I was young. I didn't know what happiness was. I didn't know that. I didn't really care for relationships at that age. So when you're going through a heartbreak, it is the most questionable feeling that you'll ever feel. And you'll question of what you did wrong, why this person broke up with you. Is it because you're ugly? Is it because you're fat? Is it because you're too skinny? Is it because you're too tall? Is it because you're like your personality? It's gonna make you question so much about yourself, and just know that it's not your fault. That person was not in love with you enough to actually have a relationship with you. That person was not mature enough to know what he or she really wanted. And heartbreak is the most painful feeling that nobody should ever go through. And I've seen so many of my friends, so many family members go through heartbreak, and it made me question, do I really want that in the future? But you know, without a relationship, you're not gonna really understand what feelings feel like. So I feel like when you start young going through relationships, it's a really big eye-opener for you to know what feelings feel like and heartbreak. So not that I want anybody to ever go through heartbreak, but I feel like it helps a lot to build you as a stronger person for your future and know what relationships are like. Because relationships, you're gonna still learn even when you're young, even when you're older. You're gonna learn new things all the time with different people. There are so many people out in this world that could teach you a lesson about love, whether it's they said something wrong to you, or they called you a name, or they hit you. I know that sounds like crazy, but like those are things that will teach you in life that you do not want to look for something like that. And even if you're a young teenager, that could happen also. But you could get dumped like in high school before prom. That could happen. And that's okay because it's going to teach you in the long run to not look for that type of person that you found during that time. So I feel like time and patience is an important thing after a breakup, because you have to have a lot of time to yourself to figure out whether you want a relationship or do you want to wait. Because me personally, I like to wait for the right person. Now, I only had 3 relationships in my life, and 2 of them were a fail because I was young. So, obviously, I didn't care enough to be with those people. But the person I'm with right now has gave me a big eye-opener of love. What love is really like. What do you go through with a person? What do you go through together and build this empire together? Now, my first boyfriend was at 13. And let's just say it was puppy love. And it was puppy love because I was young. It didn't matter to me. But the current guy I'm with, if you guys don't know, I have mentioned this person before. His name is Matthew. He has been with me since I was 16, and now I am 20. And I'm not going to say love lasts forever because it doesn't. But you could be with a person for 10 years, 5 years, a year. Doesn't mean you're going to be with that person forever. But who knows? Anybody could marry that person. I could marry Matthew tomorrow if that was the case, But I want time and patience. Time and patience is the most important thing after a heartbreak, because literally you have to give yourself time to heal, to stop questioning things and stop questioning what you did wrong in the relationship, because in all honesty, it was not your fault. That person was either not happy, that person was not probably confused of what he or she wanted, and that's okay. Everybody goes through it, whether it's you doing the breakup or it's you're the one getting heartbroken. It's gonna happen. So it's okay. But just know you are beautiful and handsome. You are accepted. You are loved, because there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people in this world. And I always tell my little cousins that. I always tell to wait until you're at the right age to have a relationship, because don't rush. You are so young. You are so young to live your life. Go to concerts. Go travel. Be a kid. Be a teenager. Don't rush into it. And I learned that when I was younger. And I feel like another thing men and women question in after a breakup is change. And what I mean by that is they feel like they have to change their appearance because that person said that they were ugly, or that person said that they were fat, or that person said that they were skinny, or that person said that they were not good enough. And you question of why you're not good enough. Why are you too skinny? Why are you too fat? But that's the thing, is never change yourself for another person. Never, ever, ever change yourself for another person. Because there is 7 billion, maybe more, people out in this world that are going to love you for you. And if you're going to make good changes for yourself, because I know there are some women and some men out in this world that want to change themselves for themselves, not for any other people. But if you want to change yourself for yourself, go work out. Go dye your hair. Go give yourself a makeover. Go start a new career if you want. Go freaking travel to China. I don't know, but like, go do something that's beneficial and positive, you know? Like, if you're gonna be negative and watch The Notebook and watch this movie and watch that movie and keep sulking over something so little that will never be back or possibly be back, and then you're gonna keep going over the same problems and the same problems over and over again because that person does not want to be with you, don't do that to yourself, because you're hurting yourself more in the end. And if you do get back with that person, just know that you're not stupid. It's life lessons that are going to be learned. And I feel like you have to really find yourself after a breakup. Because if you lose yourself during a breakup, you're going to make the worst decisions of your life, and you're going to turn to physically hurting yourself, like cutting yourself, thinking about suicide. You're going to turn to drinking. You're going to turn to drugs. You're going to turn to crying every night in your bed and not talking to anybody. You're going to shut out the world. You're not going to want to do anything. You're not going to want to go to school. You're not going to want to go spend time with your family. You're just going to want to be alone. And that is the most negative thing to do. So what I'm suggesting to you guys is never lose yourself after a breakup. That is the most important key, because you are so much better than that. You are so beautiful in your own way. But if you want to change yourself for the better and do stuff that makes you happy, whether it's makeup, whether it's drawing, whether it's hunting, I don't know, but like, it could be anything to do, something you have to do to make you happy, go for it. Hanging out with your friends, hanging out with your family, having a support system behind you after a breakup. There are people that are not going to understand you, and that's okay. That there are people that are going to say, oh, you'll find somebody better, and you're going to get tired of hearing it, and you're going to get tired of hearing the same old thing from the same old people. If you're so tired of hearing the same thing from the same old people, then obviously you don't want that support. And even if you hear the same thing from the same people and don't want to talk about it, it's okay not to talk about it because you're so tired of thinking about it over and over and over again. That's okay. That's your own decision. That's your way of coping with it. That is okay. But do not take people out of your life. Don't take your friends out of your life. Don't take family out of your life. Make sure don't forget about the people that were there before that relationship. So my advice to whoever's going through a heartbreak right now, and that is going through trying to find themselves after a heartbreak, don't lose yourself. Time and patience is the key of finding another person. Don't rush of finding a new person. But if you are a type of person that doesn't like to cope with pain, then go for it. But what I'm going to suggest is time and patience. Wait for that person. And even if you're young, whether you're old, whether you're in your mid-ages, wait. Wait for that right person, because that right person will give you the best love that you'll ever need. And there's not going to be good people in this world. There's not going to be bad people in this world. There's going to be different types of people with different types of personalities that are going to teach you things. And that's okay. Just know that you are beautiful, handsome, and just know that if you do need somebody to talk to, go to a guidance counselor if you're in school. Go to your mom, go to your dad, go to your siblings, go to your friends. Go to even me if you need somebody to talk to, because I am such a person that likes to talk and help people. So if you need somebody to talk to, I am here to listen. And just know that you are not alone, because you're not the only person going through a heartbreak right now. There are probably millions of people going through a heartbreak in this world. And a lot of people can understand. Some people are in domestic violence relationships. Some people are in shitty relationships. Some people are in great relationships. Some people are in denial with relationships. And then there's the questionable the questionable of what you did wrong of heartbreaks. So my advice is just focus on you. Do what you gotta do. Do things that make you happy. Don't keep soaking in your bed and eating a tub of ice cream or even playing video games up all night. Do things that make you happy and better your life. And I'm sure there will be somebody that will walk into your next chapter in your book, because everybody has 1,000 chapters that they're creating every single day. And I look at it that way. Like, I have chapters in my book, so every chapter has a story behind it. Every chapter has a tear, happiness, sadness, anger, and that's okay. But if you are going through a heartbreak, stay strong and just take my advice of what I said, and don't rush into a new relationship, because you're not going to be only hurting yourself if you rush into a relationship, but you're also going to be hurting somebody else, because you're questioning whether you're happy or not in that relationship because you don't know if you want a relationship. So just wait, make a change for the better, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a fat thumbs up, and I hope you guys listen to my advice if you are going through a heartbreak, and stay strong, because you are beautiful, you are handsome in your own way, and I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.